Soy, the final frontier. I'm Comrade Britain.
And I am Armos. These are the voyages of the starship USS MLM, our ongoing mission
To explore brand new Trek episodes, both cringe and based, and to boldly go
to a cave or force. Soy Trek the podcast is here. One half vegan, one half queer. 100% communist, unless we have a less leftist guest. Patrick
and Britain.
talking, joking, farting and shitting all about Star Trek. Like our buttholes, this show is wrecked. Soy Trek the podcast is here. So listen to Soy Trek right in your ear.
What's
Say
up?
what? Howdy.
Hello, Patrick.
Oh, hi, Britt.
What's going on?
Nothing much. I see you're wearing the Michael Caine glasses.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Those are bloody large glasses, Michael.
The best way anyone ever told me how to do a Michael Caine impression is you start out by saying Michael Caine, but you say it Michael Caine. So you go Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine doesn't like that. Like
You got to blow the bloody doors off.
Michael Caine is great. One of my favorite quotes of his. He was in, what was it, Jaws 3 or Jaws the Revenge or something like that. And he said about it, I haven't seen the movie, and by all accounts, it is awful. But I have seen the house that it bought me, and it is fantastic. Which I love that.
Yeah, I mean, just like being honest. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a Jaws movie. Of course you're going to sign up for it, especially if you're offering a couple million or something.
yeah, it's like, let's see, a Jaws movie that has no Richard Dreyfuss, no Steven Spielberg, like nobody from the original attached. You know, it's also like the third sequel. It's just
Hey man, fucking Alien Cubed. That's an awesome movie.
Alien Cubed is good, but that still had like Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And it had still people attached. Like Jaws 3 has completely removed. Also, like who directed Cube 3? Alien? It was David Fincher, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So I that's actually one of my favorite ones. A lot of people don't.
No, me
like
too.
It.
Yeah, especially the assembly cut.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's just like they put in a lot of stuff that there was like missing context and stuff before, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that film.
Yeah, I like it. It has like I like any sort of like weird prison planet with strange rules. And all that stuff.
Yeah. Like I feel like, did you watch Andor?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple episodes that take place in a prison, and if you like that, listeners, you will like Alien Cubed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like it's very similar in tone, very different color palette. Like the Alien Cube color palette is sick as fuck. It's instead of being like green and blue and black, it's a lot more like red and black. And it's very like unsettling.
Yeah.
Red and orange and yellow and black, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great color. It has great actors in it. Has Pete Postlethwaite. Has the dude from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the dad of the Targaryen. No, can't remember their names. The rich people.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't. I that all exited my mind after the finale. I was like, well, my mind's done with this. There's no use on like holding on to this information.
Yeah, it is funny how instantaneously that just left like the public consciousness after like the finale, and how it just like shit the bed.
Yeah.
And it just killed any momentum that fan base would have ever had. Just like everyone instantly just like forgot about it, because it's like, where could they it just ended so poorly.
Yeah, it was a real big disappointment.
Yeah, because I mean, here we are, we're discussing episodes of Star Trek that aired 30 years ago. You know, with excitement and everything else, and you know, and how long ago did Game of Thrones end? Like
5-6 years ago.
5-6 years ago. And when's the last time anyone has mentioned?
I mean, people mention the end all the time. I mean, and people mention like certain characters and actors and stuff. Like, I hear a lot of talk about Joffrey still, King Joffrey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that little shit was an amazing villain. You know, I still hear stuff about the fucking mountain or whatever crushing that guy's head.
Oh yeah.
That was.
Especially
something.
since he was like later in, you know, The Last of Us.
Right. Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. But yeah.
And also, like, I watched the Interview with the Vampire series, which is pretty good.
Is it pretty good? Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
I've been meaning to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, it has Louis is played by the guy who played Grey Worm from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah, like also
more like Gay Worm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the interview with the Vampire series is pretty gay. Like, Louis and Lestat.
Sick.
Yeah, Louis Lestat, they be fucking.
Oh yeah,
like
of course
episode.
Of course they do be.
Yeah, because like, you know, in the movie, you know, it came out in the 90s.
They toned down they really toned down the gay. It's still pretty gay.
It's still pretty gay. Like, the subtext is there, but you know,
oh, also the dom text is also
the dom
there.
text is also there.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, this one, you know, it's 2023. You know, they can just show them just straight up butt fucking. So
hell yeah, we love a good butt fucking scene. Yeah,
they got that. Well, I mean, it kind of implied butt fucking, but you know what happened. You know what happened.
I think there was a scene in, I want to say it was the first episode of American Gods where they definitely do a butt fucking, and I was just like, I am into this.
Oh yeah, the genie part.
Yeah, the genie butt fucking. Yeah, that rocked. Like a genie cab driver he's also gay. And
the comic also has it pretty graphically too.
The comic.
Yeah, the American Gods comic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you want, I'll let you borrow. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Really
I
good.
like it huge.
Because they canceled that, and also like the American Gods series. Like, I know it's like also a book,
right?
But like since they canceled the series and like after season 1, it just goes completely off the rails. Like, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna read the comic, and so I got the whole compilation of the comic and read that, so I could figure out how it ends. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. It's good. Yeah.
Are any of the pages stuck together?
Yeah. So actually, yeah, you probably can't read the genie part. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry that it happened. Be happy that you came. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got nothing there.
It started in a good place. It started in a good place.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
just workshop it a little.
Yeah. Did you know that we have a Patreon?
I do know that.
Yeah, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. You can go and say hello and hopefully subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
For as little as $2 a month, you get the main tier benefits, which are going to be you get all of our episodes all at once instead of waiting for them to trickle out over the week. You get them in high quality stereo.
Say what?
Yeah, I actually pan us. Our voices are panned. So if you're listening to this on just a domestic podcast uniform that's not our private Patreon feed, you're listening in mono. Mono. This reverb will not sound as lush in mono.
Oh no.
You also get other benefits, like you can suggest episodes and other media for us to watch each week, and then vote on it as well. Our Patreons choose one of our episodes every single week now, and I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah,
pretty fun for everyone.
Yeah, that's a good way to because before we were doing the random ones and
just kind of random, and we might do a random episode here or there, maybe even today, because we only got 2 episodes planned. So we might do an advice or a soy truck. Who knows?
Yeah, random video ones that we reviewed, and I guess this gets it more directed about what the people want to listen to.
Yeah. And we've already had some pretty cool stuff. We've got to watch Galaxy Quest and Spaceballs and Voyager 2-parter, Year of Hell, which is fucking great. We got to watch another Voyager episode, Dr. Tinker Tailor Spy.
Yeah.
Which, great episode.
Especially as you were saying, like after Lower Decks ends, like there's not gonna be any new Trek for a very long time.
Right.
So like maybe they'll be able to choose 2 episodes if they want.
I think that's probably a great idea.
Yeah. So coming after we only got 2 more episodes of Lower Decks after this.
Correct. This is the 8th episode of the season.
Yeah. So then y'all can choose 2 juicy episodes for us to watch.
Hell yeah. What else we got? So for $5 a month, you can subscribe, and we say thank you because you're helping us produce this podcast, basically. Yeah. So we thank you to people like Dylan Lance, Nick Savard, Jordan Hill, David Craning Sites, Cappies, D. Gursky, Eric and South Slope, Jor Moore, Tim Wilkinson, Ethan Adams, Kyle Simmons, PJ Hale, Shane Sawyer, Gillian McCrary, SFC Punk, King Penumbra, Roberto Molina, 7 of 9, James Hartman, Anna Conklin, Iggy, and Abigail Simpson. Oh, also Electric Baphomet and Jonah Hearn.
Hells yeah.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are real ones.
Yeah, you all are all real ones. Also, for $10 a month, you get access to
the Media Dungeon.
Say what?
Which is my private Plex server that Pat was just talking about. It. He's basically divested from every single streaming platform because my Plex server has so much media.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like honestly, like, what's the point, you know? Because like I was telling you when I came in, like, yeah, Netflix fucking is raising their prices to $23 a month,
and they're still really cracking down on multiple users.
They're cracking down on multiple users, like, and none of that money is going to, you know,
new content, really.
New content, like
it's all going to fucking the next season of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Big Mouth got canceled. Actually, it's over.
Thank God. Yeah, but
I mean, they employed some good writers, at least. Yeah. I've never seen the show. I've not heard many good things, but there's like some talented people attached to it. So I don't know.
I gave up on that after I think season 2. I was like, ooh, it started to get kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stranger Things. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You know, lots of anti-communism coming from that show.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah, I didn't watch the newest season.
Yeah, I didn't watch the newest one.
Maybe I haven't watched the 2 newest ones. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even care. I'm going to be honest. I don't care.
What I don't get about that show, honestly, is like these kids, they're seeing some traumatic ass stuff.
Yeah, and every show now is about like trauma and getting over trauma. Yeah. Maybe that's why the show is so popular, is because it's like the only show that's not like about trauma.
Yeah. But I just also mean like they're basically seeing like creatures from beyond the veil of human perception.
Yeah, would you fuck one?
Probably not. They look kind of gross. But like, if we saw that, we would never stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, we would be like, we just saw a fucking creature that has 5 flaps for a face.
Right.
Like, we just saw the most insane shit. I would never be able to get over that.
No.
Like, and these kids, and then it shows them, they're just doing like kid shit.
Yeah, after they go to, like the fucking the upside down or whatever, they just like come back and they're like, let's ride bikes.
Yeah, let's ride bikes. Let's dress up like Ghostbusters. Let's have let's have like our little romances. I'm like, I would not stop fucking talking about the creature with 5 flaps.
I would probably be shaking under a blanket.
I know.
You know,
I would be uncontrollably.
Creatures shaking under the blanket, get it? Because I'm fucking one of them.
You are
I'm fucking one of them.
I'd be like getting coffee and then just start crying.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what happens most of the time.
That is true. Like I would just be in like, I'd be in the grocery store and I would pick up like some salt or something, and then like I would just start bawling like a heap on the floor. And yeah, just somehow these kids are fine, but you know, that's how it is in the TV. But I don't know. I just always think that's funny. Like, they just see the most unbelievable, out of the world shit, and then just like have zero reaction to it. Besides, like, we got to stop this.
Right. Whereas, like, you know, on like Discovery, Michael Burnham, like, she's like, I'm gonna do a coup on my captain.
Yeah.
And she's like, the consequences of my actions. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess season 5 that may not be happening, as you said.
No, it's going to happen. It's just the ending that they were going to refilm because they got canceled. They were going to like redo the last episode or whatever so they could give it an ending. Like that got pushed back from the writer's strike, and then also now from the SAG strike.
Yeah.
So
SAG strike's still ongoing. Like
it was scheduled for like second or third quarter next year. Like it would be premiering like around now next year, I think.
Oh wow.
But it might not happen. So we might be looking at 2025 for the last season of Discovery, which would be crazy.
Wow, that'd be wild. I feel that that's too long.
Yeah, too long of a wait because they've already had like a year since Discovery aired. 2 years. Yeah. 2 years since season 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, we didn't even review it on the show.
Yeah, because it was never new while the show existed.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, so it's just like... Yeah, by the time it finally airs, like any sort of...
Doug Jones is going to be dead.
Doug Jones will be dead, yeah.
So we got to protect our twinks, folks.
Yeah, and I think, like, I mean, I'm sure, like, all those actors will probably be searching out different projects, especially, like, Michelle Yeoh. I mean, Michelle Yeoh has already been, like, exited from the show anyway, so...
Yeah. They already wrote her off.
And her stardom's gone up.
Oh, absolutely. That's why they could only afford to make the Section 31 movie, I'm sure.
Yeah. If they end up doing that,
which please God no.
Please no.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel that's almost like too on the nose having like the evil mirror universe person like join Section 31 and it's just like like the space CIA is filled all with bad people.
It's like also like they're letting her join their like clandestine like spy organization, and she's not just not a Federation citizen. She's not a citizen of that reality or that universe.
Yeah, that's exactly why like the CIA is made up entirely of like, preps Ivy League school fucking psychos, because it's like they all have like that same background. They all have that same like that built-in thing that they're all working for.
Yeah,
like they have that system of trust that has been in them since college.
Yeah, trust in the American system.
Yeah, and trust in trust in each other and everything else. And you got to bring in someone that is a complete individual actor and then how they go, and like who's going to be they're serving their own good, especially for another reality. And it's just like that would be interesting. Yeah, she joins and then like covertly like starts replacing them all with like other people from the mirror universe or something that would be really funny.
That would actually be cool, honestly. That's one of the two ways they could make the Section 31 movie cool.
Yeah.
It's either that or she takes it down entirely from the inside and dismantles Section 31.
Yeah, unfortunately she doesn't. I mean, unless she goes back to like...
It didn't specify where she went back to.
Yeah, so
in the time portal.
She could be there after like Sloane and all them in DS9.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
She could be there like post Picard, because Section 31 still exists in Picard.
Yeah, weirdly enough. It's so stupid.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're anti Section 31 in this podcast.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm sure all our followers.
Yeah, they should see Section 31, that baby, and throw it in the trash can.
They should. Yeah, throw that in the dumpster. And make sure like you put duct tape on its mouth for. That's good.
Wow. Wow.
Do it.
So also on our Patreon, we've got a $10 or $20 tier, which is the only way to get Soy Trek merch now, like the Star Trek related stuff. So you want that? Go sign up for that merch tier. We send you a package every month with cool stuff.
Yeah, get around Paramount.
Yeah. Oh yeah, give them the old reach around, baby.
Give them the reach around.
Anyway, so, you want to get into the episode for today?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're here to talk about an episode.
We definitely are here to talk about an episode. This week we watched Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 8, Caves. Came out today, October 19th, 2023. It is the 38th episode overall of Lower Decks and the 906th overall episode of Star Trek. This one is written by Ben Rogers, who you might know is having written Crisis Point 1 and 2 for the series.
Oh, fun.
As well as Mugato Gumato from Season 2. And then it's directed by Megan Lloyd, who directed a couple episodes already this season. This is her third one. She directed I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee, and End Pathological Fallacies. Both were all right episodes.
Yeah.
Not the best, but,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, this season been a little hit or miss.
It is a little hit or miss. The couple hits it's had have been really good, though. So,
yeah, it's true. Yeah. I like this episode a lot, too.
It was pretty good. Yeah. So let's jump right in.
Yeah.
On board the USS Cerritos in the transporter room, Boimler is preparing for an away mission. Mariner comes in and turns out she's on it, too. Same with Rutherford and Tendi. So the gang is back together.
Gang rides again.
We're getting the band back together. They're going to research moss in a cave, but Mariner hates caves. They go anyway. So down in the cave, Tendi and Rutherford are nerding out on moss when they get a call from out of the cave. Tremors have been detected, and suddenly the cave collapses and traps them inside in the dark. Opening credits, 150. What would you do if you got stuck in a cave, Pat?
I mean, that is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone up to the... I am very afraid of caves, especially, like, the ice caves up here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very, very... Like, I don't know, have you been to those ice caves?
No. I mean, if it's, you know, it's not so bad in an ice cave, because if you get, like, caught or anything, you just worm your way out.
Well, this one, it's scary because, like, me and some friends, we walked up, and like all around is just like memorials to people who died in this ice cave because
cool.
because cave-ins are so common, and so we were just like, whatever, and we walked to the mouth and then immediately heard a cave-in.
Cool.
And it was terrifying. And
why do they let people go in there?
They don't. I mean, there's nothing keeping you from it except just being like, don't go in. Signs saying don't go in.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, to keep sort of like the natural, you know,
ecosystem.
Yeah, they don't have any sort of like barrier, gate or anything. So you literally could walk in if you wanted to,
and die.
and die. Yeah,
that'd be an interesting way to like commit suicide. Is just go to an ice cave for a couple weeks and wait.
Just hang out there when it starts to warm up and just be like, just crush me, baby.
Yeah. Just fucking get it over with, ice cave.
I mean, you can look up pictures because there are people like photographers who go in there and take pictures.
Yeah,
looks amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
So you
it's
can
a big cave full of ice, man.
Yeah, big cave full of ice. So you can Google that. Just Google Big Four ice caves inside and see pictures of it inside.
Yeah.
But don't go in. Don't go in.
Yeah. Just be content with the pictures.
Yes.
You don't need to see everything. Fucking,
no.
It's why you don't need to see and do everything. It's why you watch porn.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things I watch in porn that, like, if I did it in my real life, the smell would probably kill me.
The smell, you wouldn't walk right for. You could cripple yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like you gotta just be like, you know what? There's some people, you know, who are able to do amazing things with their bodies.
Absolutely.
And we need to appreciate those people. You don't need to be like those people.
Absolutely not.
You know, and there's people who do amazing, you know, feats of, you know, where they go to like, you know, crazy locations, you know, and that's great that they get to go there and film that stuff for us. They can bring that back to us. We don't need to actually go do it ourselves.
Yeah, we can share in their journey of knowledge.
Yes.
Just like, you know, it's like reading a book.
Yeah, reading a book.
Or watching a documentary, you know.
Yeah.
You gain other people's knowledge. You don't need to do it for yourself. No.
Yeah. You don't need to go up to volcanoes, you know.
Leave that to people who like do it professionally. Like people are paid by National Geographic to risk their lives to do this cool shit.
Even people who go and see volcanoes professionally die doing it. So it's just like,
so let them.
Let them.
Yeah. Fucking don't go up there as an amateur hobbyist and die doing something. The dumbest thing you can possibly do in your life is die doing your hobby.
Yes.
That makes you officially a fucking knucklehead. Even if it's like an extreme hobby, like, you know, you're like on the Red Bull team and shit like that. If you die doing it, you're a fucking idiot and you're a loser because you died.
I know. I'm learning unicycle right now. If I die doing that,
oh my god, I will not be able to get through your eulogy without laughing.
You'd be like, Patrick died on a unicycle. Oh my god, That fucking idiot.
It's only got one fucking wheel. What do you think's gonna happen?
What the fuck? What
Jesus,
the hell?
it's like a concussion machine on wheels. On wheel, rather.
Yeah, that would be funny if the way I go is it's like actually roll in front of a car just like that child in Resurrection.
Yeah,
in the Christopher Lambert movie.
I hope you get in an accident with a guy on a one wheel.
Yeah.
I think that would be the funniest way you could go.
Those guys are kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah, they do be going way too fast places.
They do be going way too fast.
Yeah, there was a guy who used to come in and like use his one wheel in a grocery store I was managing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I kept on asking him not to do it. And then one day I was like, hey, if I see you doing that, I'm just going to like throw a can under the wheel. All right? I've asked you like a ton of times, so don't do it.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. And I would have. I would have like totally fucking done that just because I told him I would. You know?
Yeah.
I keep my threats. That's what a good manager does.
Yeah, you gotta make those threats and keep by them.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know, I told you I was gonna cut your nuts off. Just drop trowel.
You
it's
thought
happening.
You thought I was joking. Funny, ha ha.
Yeah.
Let me hear that zipper.
I'm ready to castrate you, motherfucker.
So after the opening credits, which happen in a minute 50 seconds, quick open here. Rutherford turns on his eye light, and they can see the cave again. Mariner isn't surprised, since cave missions usually go wrong. Mariner kicks a rock, and the moss in the cave begins to glow. Suddenly, the moss begins to follow Mariner, which then eats Tendy's boot, because it's got a foot fetish.
Hells yeah.
Hell yeah. It's carnivorous moss, which is like a vegan's worst nightmare, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Animals that eat back. Yeah, I learned about pitcher plants yesterday.
What's a pitcher plant?
It's like a plant. It's like they get this like marsupial to take shits inside of it. It's like a toilet, and so it has like this like delicious toilet lid that it gets these things to start licking.
Yeah,
and then like the animals then poop inside of it, and then the pitcher plant eats the poop, and also it eats ants and flies. So
keep going. I'm almost finished.
I'm almost finished.
So yeah, it's just basically a toilet that with stomach acid inside of it, and also it's like a little home for bats too. Bats crawl inside of it and sleep.
Sounds like my mouth on a Saturday night.
Yeah, you like have just bats fly into your mouth and poop inside of your mouth.
You know, if that's what you call like goths. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Boimler says that they must have some kind of way out of the cave. He remembers the last time he got stuck in a cave with Levy, the conspiracy theorist from the first season, who thinks that Wolf 359 was an inside job.
It kind of was.
It kind of was. And he's played by Fred Tatasciore, who plays Shax, and like half of the characters on this episode.
Yeah, his voice sounded like he's doing like a voice that sounded like a guest star.
A little bit, yeah.
Like that's why I was just like, "Who is this?" And you were like, "Oh, it's Fred Tatasciore."
So we go have a trip on memory lane for Boimler and back onto Cryon 4, and him and Levy are in a cave, and something is in there with them. Levy thinks it's a Vandorian conspiracy, and Boimler dismisses it. But then Boimler finds a vehicle with one seat to get them out, but Levy destroys it, thinking it's part of a Vandorian ruse. It's all Vandorians all the way down, baby. Boimler tells Levy off and calls his conspiracy theories annoying. Levy is heartbroken, and suddenly none other than Vandorians appear. And they said that they have failed their morality test. Levy says he knew it. The Vandorians throw them in a pit, and Levy tells about their customs that he learned from subspace forums, obviously making fun of Reddit guys.
Yeah.
He keeps talking, and suddenly they're invited to dinner where he keeps speaking about them and their customs, which the Vandorians find very impressive, but filled with hyperbole.
Yeah. And so they're kind of like in place of like the Illuminati or Skull and Bones. Right?
Yeah. The Vandorians are definitely very... they're the Jews. You know, to conspiracy people.
Conspiracy people.
They're just like the people at the behind the shadows on every major decision. You know, that the elders of Zion calling all the shots, that kind of shit. So Boimler apologizes to the Vandorians, and the Vandorians celebrate enemies becoming friends and set them free, having now passed their morality test. Back in the Moss Cave, Boimler reminisces their recovery and hanging out with Levy, which the rest of the crew take offense to since he didn't include them. But Tendi thinks that sometimes being trapped with someone can be bonding, and briefly mentions their time in the turbo lift. Suddenly, Moss spits out the bones of a creature. Rutherford has an idea and asks Boimler to take off his pants, which he does immediately since he says they're roommates. In a sapphic sense. I mean, they have sex.
They do be having sex.
They do be, like, one of them be crawling into the other's bunk in the middle of the night, and they be just having some butt sex.
Are they still having, since I guess they're sleeping in bunk beds, are they still having just, like, same gender rooming?
Yes. To answer your question, Rutherford is the top.
Yeah.
I mean, like, married couples can live together. I haven't seen, like...
Yeah, but they're also lower deckers, so, like, still kind of lower deckers, so they don't get, like, the private rooms.
Right, but they do have a private room here, but it's with bunks.
Yeah, with bunks.
Which is strange.
Which is also, it's just, like, not really a private room, because they're sleeping in bunks still.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why they have bunks in a big room.
They have a giant room. They could easily put a partition and have
put real beds in there.
Put real beds in there, yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I guess the bunk beds, they're used to fucking in the bunks, so they might have, like, some, like, connection to them. And
I guess so. I mean, I did sleep in a Navy bunk. On an aircraft carrier, yeah. It's kind of looks similar, where it's kind of just the same size as a coffin, basically. Okay. It was very comfortable, I thought.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You felt like cradled like a baby. Like,
yeah. My brain stopped working. It was nice.
Yeah. Sounds like a Navy vessel.
Yeah.
The brain part, especially.
Also, the gentle rocking of the open sea, just cradling me to sleep.
Oh, that's precious.
Yeah.
So Rutherford says he learned about filtering a phaser fire through a pants when he was trapped in a cave with Dr. Tiana and had a cave baby with her, which surprises everybody.
I do like how, like, all of their stories are just, like, the strangest, like, you know, one-off, like, Star Trek episodes. It's like,
they are.
Yeah, it's like they're having, like, these really wild adventures. Yeah, just like... Oh yeah, we had an adventure where we had children, sort of like, you know, like
these are like very wacky versions of TOS plot lines.
Yeah.
Like, it's an interesting take on the cave episode.
In Voyager episodes, you know, we got the lizard babies.
Oh, absolutely. And we got the aging thing in Voyager too. So I mean, you got a lot of stuff in here.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So where were we here? So back on Balkus 9, Rutherford and Dr. Tiana are entering a cave with a guide to see some underwater ferns. Suddenly, the cave shakes, and Rutherford is scared. The guide speaks of a gravlax, a large creature that eats brains, which suddenly jumps out of the water and kills the guide, who transfers her mind into Rutherford. It's kind of weird that she says it eats brains and then it doesn't eat a brain.
No, because I think it is just, like, you know, a tall tale.
Yeah. So she transfers her mind to Rutherford, who is suddenly pregnant with the guide's child self. Dr. Tiana does a cesarean section and removes the baby
Yeah,
immediately.
Kind of like a junior type situation.
Yeah,
you know,
kind
Arnold
of.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, exactly like a junior type situation.
Yeah.
So Rutherford awakes and Tiana explains he gave birth to a clone baby, and he's like, "Oh, so that wasn't a nightmare."
That wasn't a traumatic nightmare.
Yeah, he feeds it while Dr. Tiana tries to make a plan and search for a way out, while Rutherford is doing a great job as babysitter, and Dr. Tiana is not totally cut out for it. After a while, they start to settle down in the cave, but then suddenly the Gravlax returns and tries to eat them. Rutherford rigs the tricorder to translate the Gravlax, and it tells them that it's just trying to protect its child. Rutherford promises if he gets them out of there, nobody will ever return to the cave and bother the Gravlax. The Gravlax tells them that they're good parents, shows them the way out. Aww. Very nice of the Gravlax. I love the Gravlax. Gravlax is sweet. Oh, also, guess who plays the Gravlax?
Who?
Fred Tatasciore.
Ah, yeah. He's playing everybody. Yeah, that's the real conspiracy theory. It's all Fred Tatasciore all the way down.
All the way down. That should be Levy's like conspiracy theory. He's like, I'm played by another guy on this ship.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, have like an actual picture of the real Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, I do believe this one man is behind imitates multiple people.
Yeah, he's a shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter,
That's actually a kind of a fun conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
is like every Fred Tatasciore character is actually a changeling.
It's actually him. Yeah.
Do you ever see Shax and Levy in the same room?
You have not.
That's our new theory on this podcast. Every Fred Tatasciore character is a changeling.
Theory.
Or he could be like a Moriarty type character that just is very good at disguises.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be. Yeah. Or he could be like the Moriarty character in the newest Sherlock, and he could blow his motherfucking brains out.
Is that what he did in Sherlock?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
It's not pretty cool. That show kind of sucks.
Yeah, is that the one of Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes.
Yeah, from clips I've seen of that, it looks like the worst show that's ever been made.
It's not the worst show that's ever been made. It's just not great. It's aged poorly.
Yeah, like the Mind Palace stuff.
Yeah, the Mind Palace stuff is. I mean, some of it's okay, but a lot of it's not great. So yeah, it's the BBC. They don't do things well. No. They're British. Let's give them a pass. They made good music in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the 90s. Early 2000s too. I'll give Radiohead some credit for some stuff. That's it. So back in the Moss Cave, everyone is surprised that Rutherford had a child and never told anybody. And Tendi, for the third time, tries to relate her turbolift story, which Mariner again says has nothing to do with the caves. The cave screams, and Mariner goes to realign her communicator with some triglyamite, which surprises Rutherford. She says she learned how to do it on a cave on Glish, when she was assigned to do an away mission with a delta shift, but her shuttle got hit by a magnetic wave and crash-landed in a cave. So in the cave on Glish, which is a great name, by the way. I love Glish.
They do have great names for everything in this.
Yeah. The cave comms are breaking up on Mariner, and they're getting out of range, and delta shift Boimler has a broken leg. It's just like snapped. It's like a compound fracture. Delta Shift Rutherford does a scan and says they're out of luck unless they can find some Pergium, which is conveniently right over on a close-by wall. Suddenly, Mariner goes towards it and begins to age quickly. Delta Rutherford does a scan and says they're near a mineral deposit whereby everyone who approaches it experiences a biotemporal flux due to its proximity. The Delta Mariner says she'll power through it, and her and regular Mariner argue, and Delta Mariner explains that their shift sucks, and they never see ranking officers, and thus it's impossible to get promotions because of it. Mariner is sympathetic to this and hopes that her and the Delta shift can spend more time together and maybe find a shift in between, which would be what's between Beta and Delta?
Beta and Delta.
Is there anything? Alpha, Beta, Sigma.
Sigma,
is that right?
Maybe.
No. Who knows? Delta Mariner and regular Mariner, however, are too old to get to the Pergium, and they yell at Delta Boimler, the youngest of the group, to come over and get it.
Yeah, he's a child prodigy.
Yeah. But he says his leg is broken, but they assure him it will heal with the time dilation. He begins to move towards them, but the time dilation makes the leg heal incorrectly, and he can't go any further than them because suddenly his leg falls off.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you saw the movie Old, right?
Nah, no.
The Beach That Makes You Old?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's such a bad good movie. I don't know, but there is something very similar that happens to a woman on The Beach That Makes You Old, where suddenly like she has like osteoporosis.
Yeah.
And so then all of her bones start breaking but then rapidly healing. So then she gets all like fucked up and like exactly like that. And
that sounds dumb.
it is. I mean, there's a guy. What was his name? It's like family. His name's like Family Size Sedan or something. He's a rapper. Like what's his face? M. Night Shyamalan just is coming up with the stupidest names in the entire world. Like there's a rapper on the island, and his name's like Family Size Sedan or something.
Yeah, you have to have a rapper on every island, you know.
Yeah. Well, like there's a reason why he's there, but it's just like, but yeah, it's a really really stupid movie, but you know, it's fun to watch. I thought, you know, just seeing how they do really good like body horror with like aging and especially the part where the woman's bones are just rapidly breaking and healing, and she just becomes this like deformed mass of.
Did you jerk off to it?
No, I did not.
Pathetic.
No, not my vibe. Not my vibe.
All right, well.
More from me.
You're gonna make sure that's on your Plex server right after this.
Oh yes, I think I have like all of M. Night Shyamalan's films.
No, so you got the old movie, yeah.
Right,
yeah. So watch the Beach That Makes You Old.
So this leg scene, it killed me. It was pretty good.
It was hilarious.
I had some good laughs at it. You know, it was a little wacky, but like I felt like it played well enough with like a concept based on Star Trek lore that it was good. It was good.
Yeah. It was that like it just like the scene from Old. Yeah, it was a lot of like very abrupt body horror and this show, which you don't have a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, like already in this episode we watched like, you know, a male birth, a cesarean birth, and then we see like, but like the leg rapidly healing and becoming like really gross and then falling off is probably horrifying.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's what I masturbate to.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why I saw that it was just like you timestamp that on your Plex server. I noticed that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Just so I can watch it over and over and over like a worn out VHS, like minute and a half with boobs.
Yeah.
You know, when you rent it from Blockbuster and like suddenly when the boobs come in, it just gets all fuzzy and shit. 'Cause someone rewound it like 80 times while they were jacking off.
You know, who amongst us?
Whomst amongst us have not? Not this one. Not I, said I. So suddenly Delta Rutherford says he found some Pergium near a mineral deposit that makes you grow slightly younger. They rig it to their comms and make a successful distress call to the Cerritos.
And apparently that guy not voiced by Fred Tassiori.
It was not. Wait, Billups? Or?
Delta Rutherford.
Oh yeah, no, he wasn't. No, none of the people in the Delta Shift are played by Fred Tassiori.
It was voiced by Zach Cherry from. He's like Dylan in Severance.
Oh okay.
Yeah, you know that
Oh yeah. Okay, Severance is great. Yeah.
Severance is really good.
Yeah, wonderful. That's way cool. So Mariner praises the Delta Shift, and Delta Boimler asks them if they can go back for his leg.
So, I did like how they said, like, oh, we're just going to grow you a new one.
Yeah, we can leave it.
Yeah.
So back in the Moss Cave, they're arguing about not telling each other about their various cave experiences before Mariner gives Rutherford some triglaminite to boost some comms, and he puts out his distress signal, but right before he can, the Moss overcomes them and traps the team. It tells them they cannot leave. They cannot leave until the green one tells her story.
I got lots of Armus vibes from this Moss man.
Yes, it was like Mossmas.
I said Armos.
Armos, that's good. That's good. I like that. Okay, I was wondering what that thing was at the beginning.
Yeah. I guess I should have explained that, but yeah, now I am. Yeah.
Yes, I'm so alone.
I'm so alone. But he's a nice Armus.
He is a nice an Armos.
An Armos.
Yeah.
That's why I was hoping like there was like something online where they were calling him that, but it didn't seem like there is.
You got to start it. You got to go on Reddit and be like more like Armos upvoted to infinity. Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're dying.
I got a little excited there.
You're dying.
I'm dying.
You're dying. Thank God.
I got that I got another COVID vaccine, so I'm
bringing the new co-host.
Yeah. Who's going to be next? Who all the other ones have died. I should just start wearing a red shirt.
Yeah, you should. I've got one for you. I've actually got several. I think I've got. I accidentally ordered way too many long sleeve red shirts. So if you want anything printed on a long sleeve red, let me know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Get a red shirt so I can die.
Yeah. I'm wondering what I'd put on there. I mean, I could put basically anything on there. Make you a Slut Trek shirt. Could make you a. What'd be cool is the Come and Take It Batleth on the red shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would look good.
That would look super Klingon as fuck.
That would. But yeah, red is one of their good colors.
Yeah. Red is. They can't leave until Tendi tells her story. She protests that her story isn't even about caves, but the Moss orders her to tell it anyway. Oh, by the way, guess who plays the Moss?
Fred Tassio.
Boom! Got it. Yeah.
He plays everybody.
He is, right? Conspiracy. So it was Tendi's first day on the Cerritos, and her and the team are in the bar celebrating their first day on the ship. They get drunk on real alcohol because Mariner switches out the synthahol for alcohol, and they get in the turbo lift. Suddenly, the turbo lift fails. Rutherford calls Billups, who says a bunch of power relays are down. Billups, played by Paul Scheer, by the way, of the wonderful podcast How Did This Get Made?
I love that podcast.
It's great. 2 hours later, they're still trapped, and and the other host on that podcast, one of them plays Jinkum Pog.
Yeah, Jason Mantzoukas.
Correct. Also now plays the Mucinex Booger.
Does he really?
Yeah, he took over the job from who's that guy who got canceled for calling it a bomb threat on a train? TJ Miller. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
One of my favorite TJ Miller facts, TJ Miller, is like he got he was in one of the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
And the Transformers guy hated him so much that he just made a scene where he gets blown up in the most horrific way possible.
Sick.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear it.
Because I guess he hired him because he thought he would be funny. And like I guess like he would just give him Michael Bay.
Yeah.
He would just give him directions like be funny for a scene, and that would be it. And he just
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
You give like he's an actor.
To his defense, that's not how being funny works.
Right.
But like,
especially when you have a script going around you, like you're just supposed to like interject into the script and ruin the flow of what's written.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing?
But you can look up the scene online. It's really funny. He just gets blown up and then becomes like this like burnt husk of his former self, and then just falls to pieces.
You know what I think would be a good show, because like TJ Miller, after he got canceled, kind of took a right turn, right wing ish turn.
That's what they all do. Like Louis C.K., Rob Schneider, they all go that way.
Yeah. And so he, I think they should make a show that's Miller on Miller with him and Dennis Miller, and they just have sex.
Hells yeah, at gunpoint.
At gunpoint. Like there's just a man there with a high-powered rifle just standing over them, and like
it's like that movie Phone Booth, but but they're in a studio.
Yeah.
There's only like a king-size bed with velvet, with red velvet sheets, and there's like maybe some candles, and then like a single phone. That's several feet away from the bed.
Oh,
it
right.
just rings.
And it just rings, and the voice is like,
if you leave the chaise, you're dead.
the moment one person's not in the other person,
Yeah.
you get shot.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like Speed almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, how about that, Cha-Cha?
How about that, John?
How about that, Cha-Cha? God, I fucking hate Dennis Miller so much.
TJ Miller, he is like kind of most the inferior Miller because he doesn't even have like a catchphrase.
That's true. Yeah. At least
You can't even really do an impression. I don't even know how to do an impression of him.
I guess he's really loud. I don't know. Like it's kind of you kind of just do the Mucinex booger, but then I'm a booger.
Yeah, he was in that one movie with Kristen Stewart that takes place underwater where there's like fishmen.
Oh yeah, you know what else he was in was the Emoji Movie.
Was he? Which emoji was he?
He was. I think it was like the main character. I forget what he was.
Oh, okay.
He was. It was like.
Yeah,
I think it was like the meh face emoji, and he wanted to like have a bigger range of emotions or some shit.
Oh, okay.
It was. I watched it and like it immediately vacated my head because it was like 75% the worst, dumbest CGI dance scenes I've seen in my life.
Ugh.
And the other 25% was literally ads for like 18 different apps.
Yeah.
Like they went into Facebook and then they went into Dropbox and like.
Oh my god.
And they named these companies and I'm like, no. And then Patrick Stewart played a pile of poop. He played the poop emoji.
That's why I think it's so funny, like, you know, like the Chapo guys and Hassan, like they did like the Pixar sodas.
Yeah, which is not too far from the reality. Like,
yeah, like it's all about like giving facts about the sodas themselves and just like their calories and like where they can be bought and stuff. And it's just like, and yeah, it's just like, yeah, like these movies are just like ads, like just for these different things. It's just that's where our, you know, film has gone.
I mean, like I can't imagine how many of like the next Kubricks are just out there doing fucking Verizon commercials.
Yeah, and even with like just like, you know, this is clearly meant to be like a kids movie. Like I feel even when we were kids we had like better film. Like we were just talking about The Brave Little Toaster. Yeah, and like that like actually feels like it's like had intent.
But, I mean we had shitty film back then too. Like we did. As long as there has been like VHS at least, there's always been like stuff that shouldn't have been produced. Yeah, but people producing it because they know that like children's sections in movie stores are like, you know, there's not enough content there. And so, like, if they make a VHS of something, Blockbuster will automatically just order, you know, 10,000 copies and make them wealthy. Yeah. So...
I mean, yeah, we did have, that was, like, the influx of, you know, the toy commercial type TV shows.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, merchandising... I feel like merchandising is not necessarily as big of a thing as it was in, like, the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Now we're selling more as like this was like you're saying like Emoji Movie is just selling apps.
Right, exactly. It's like why make an ad for something in your movie when you can be paid to make an ad for something in your movie? Why sell products that you then have to sell and maintain a supply chain on when you could literally just get cash for putting products in your movie?
Yeah, I mean that. I mean that. I feel it did exist a more subtle way, almost. You know, just like how like Superman gets thrown into a Coca-Cola truck or some shit. Yeah. You know, it's just like of course. Oh yeah, he's gonna get hit. You know, go into a Coca-Cola truck with that. Just basically like, oh, this wonderful app. like I don't know if you saw that one, the review of Jack and Jill, like the Adam Sandler movie.
No, I watched that movie.
Oh, did you?
Dunkaccino! Of course I did!
Where like halfway through the movie it just becomes like an ad for Carnival Cruise.
Yeah, and
like
then and then and then the end of the film and the beginning of the film is an ad for Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. Because of the Dunkaccino!
The Dunkaccino! They didn't even make the Dunkaccino in real life. You couldn't go and order that.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
They do now.
Really?
Yeah, because of popular demand, they make the Dunkin' motherfucking Chino.
What?
It's like I want to say it's like half coffee, half like hot chocolate, but it's cold. I think you can get it hot too, but it's like
So yeah, it's like a mocha.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a cappuccino mocha thing. It's like a chocolate. Basically, if you like made a cappuccino with chocolate milk, I guess is kind of what it is.
Okay,
Which actually sounds pretty good.
I could see Al Pacino actually dying if you were to drink that.
Oh yeah. I
mean, he is apparently.
Oh my heart! Oh god damn it, Dunkaccino!
I mean, he is having sex with 20-year-olds as an 80-something-year-old man.
Yeah, she's like 25 or 26.
Yeah, so he's having. Yeah,
I mean, we don't know if they're having sex. He might be Elon Musking it and just like putting like pre-spermed sperm into them.
Okay.
Like Elon Musk, he has got to have like his own sperm bank with how many loads he shoots into cups and then gets put into women.
Yeah.
I have a theory. I don't think he has sex.
Yeah, I was actually thinking like that's probably true because I can see him being one of those guys that thinks like sex is icky, like he's disgusted by like
because
women's
he marry or he girlfriends up like people like Grimes who I don't think ever bathe, and so he's like that's yucky. It smells like a snake pit. Why does it smell like the aquarium store?
I know, it is always funny, like seeing like real, super straight guy posts where they're talking about how they're disgusted by vaginas and stuff.
That's so straight.
And it's very straight. And it's like clearly you want to be having sex with women. But like, I could see like Elon Musk being one of those type of people where he's like absolutely disgusted by human bodies.
Yeah,
like in all ways.
Because he like looks in the mirror and he's like, oh, oh, boy.
So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna nut in this cup, and you're just gonna put it inside you.
Yeah, because we know he did in vitro insemination to like his assistant or that lady who was like a board member or whatever.
Yeah.
We heard about that. So.
Yeah.
So we haven't like. I mean,
I'm sure she probably did agree because she probably got paid a lot of money.
Oh, she did. She definitely got paid a ton of money. She's set for motherfucking life because she pumped out a couple fucking brats for Musk to try to put his mind into.
Or steal their organs or something.
Right.
He just wants to have a bunch of organ banks and possible like thing to transfer his consciousness into.
Yeah, and the thing too is like he doesn't need to befriend these children because at any time he can always be like, I'll pay you $500 million for your kidney, and what are they going to say? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd sell one of my kidneys for $1 million, easy.
Yeah, I mean that is a lucrative thing down in some countries.
Yeah,
so.
I'd probably go as low as $250,000. Oh, I don't know about you. That'd be life-changing money.
It would be, yeah. Yeah, I definitely would like to retire now.
Yeah.
like working's for the Boyds. Like I could part with a kidney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. My drinking days are well behind.
Yeah, same here. So
Yeah.
it's like, what do I fucking need it for? To filter out all the fucking diet soda I drink? Probably.
Yeah, probably. Brett,
Lose one of my kidneys. Instant motherfucking cancer.
Yeah.
Instant motherfucking cancer.
yeah. It's like, well, you need a new kidney. Oh no.
Well, we took your. We want the good news or the bad news?
Yeah.
Good news is we got your good kidney. Bad news is you have kidney cancer.
Yeah, and also bad news. You know that money you just got for this kidney? Yeah, we need that to put it back into you.
Yeah.
So now you're poor again.
It's actually,
and then you only still have one kidney.
It's double to put it back.
It's double to put it back. Yeah.
So 2 hours later, still stuck in the turbo lift, everyone's just playing games with their socks. Yeah. Which, of course, whomst amongst us has not.
Yeah.
I play a game with my sock like every day called...
Fill you with sperm.
Yeah, exactly. You get all my cum. That's the name of the game.
It's called Krusty Sock.
It's heads up, 7.5 up. 4 hours later, the group is cuddling together and being sweet with each other. Suddenly, Shax breaks in and yells, he's there to save them, and Boimler says he peed himself. Oh, and by the way, Shax, guess who he's played by?
Fred Tassio.
Not on this episode.
Really?
I'm just kidding. No. Of course, he's played by
That would be funny, though.
Yeah, so back in the Moss Cave. Tendi says that it doesn't matter if they don't tell each other everything that happens, as long as they're friends. And that's kind of a sweet message.
Yeah, still, though, like, I would be telling everybody if I gave birth.
Yeah. I mean, half the time when you come here, like, you exit the restroom and you're like, I just gave birth to a big one. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't need to hear about it.
I'm sorry. It just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I do kind of give birth, but if it was a live baby, I would be telling everybody.
No, it's probably true.
Yeah.
So, the Moss Monster asks if they can be friends. The group agrees, and the Moss says they can proceed with their scans and exploring the cave as long as they continue telling stories.
Oh.
But guess what? It was a Vandorian plot all along. Some Vandorians appear in the middle distance and say it was a morality test, and they passed because they're all friends. They agree not to unblock their communications for a while so they can enjoy the moment just a little longer.
Oh.
The end.
Yeah, I like how Armas was better than Armus.
Yeah. What did you think of this episode overall?
I really liked it. I like the individual tales. Like I think I said to you, I'm like, oh, no. Like, at first I thought it was going to be a clip show. Yeah. But it would be really funny to have a clip show with a cartoon.
The tales from the clip.
Yeah, tales from the clip. Yeah. And no, I liked all the individual tales. I thought they were very interesting and unique. And kind of, really just playing with like old Star Trek cave episodes, which are very TOS type cave episode tropes. Yeah, just very silly stories happening in them. Like I thought they were all interesting. Like especially like the baby episode. I thought that was
baby was fun. Yeah.
The baby was fun. Like I would have but yeah, sure. Like he's like Rutherford's like, yeah, I mean it wasn't my baby. Like, well, who did you give the baby to? Did you give it back to their people or?
I'd imagine so, yeah. Like, because they got a guide from somewhere near, and so it is the guide just retransferred into a different body. Yeah. And so, of course, I think they just, like, take them back home, basically, and be like, hey, they died, but here's them again.
And they'd be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Yeah, that happens.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What if you died, what would you try to transfer your body into?
Would I be born just as I was, or would I gain like the powers of the person I transfer my body into?
Up to you.
Because that's almost like kind of like where like Aliens, like the Alien series, like in the comic books and video games, they kind of play with that, where if like whatever, especially like this one, I think the Alien versus Predator Super Nintendo game, like. There's like different aliens you fight that like like a facehugger went on a tiger, so now there's like this tiger alien. Oh, okay. And like it went into like an alligator, so there's an alligator alien.
It's one went into a gerbil, so now it's a Richard Gere.
now it's going into a Richard Gere. So I don't know. Like I think I would like to gain the power of flight. Perhaps.
Okay.
I don't know. So I probably want to try to transfer myself into a bird.
Yeah, but a carnivorous bird or?
Maybe a hummingbird. They're really cool.
They are.
Yeah. Like I thought they're pretty cool birds.
They can like float, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Float like a butterfly.
Go in all directions.
Sting like a hummingbird. You know what they say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe flight or swimming. I'd definitely like live under the sea.
Yeah, put yourself into a dolphin.
Yeah, dolphin.
Put yourself into a dolphin.
I mean, I probably could if I wanted to.
I better to fit.
Maybe an orca. Orcas are pretty cool.
Orcas are way cool. Yeah. And they're pretty savage, too.
Yeah.
You can eat fucking seals and shit.
Yeah, and fuck up boats. Yeah, I think I'd be an orca.
Cool.
Yeah, how about you?
I'd transfer my soul into a dildo.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't be much different.
No.
No. I'm just a dildo with a Star Trek podcast. Yeah. That's what they say about me down the boat
so
yards.
you would still be sentient and have the ability of speech?
I think all dildos are sentient. When you think about it.
Okay. So it is like you can be reborn as one. Like
right.
So like
the wheel of karma. Yeah.
Yeah, the wheel of karma exists.
Right.
And
sure.
You
or
can,
the wheel of dharma, rather.
Yeah, and you can be reborn as a dildo.
Correct. Yeah.
If you live a good and noble life.
Yes, the most noble, like the enlightened Brahmins, like Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. After he died, he ascended into dildohood.
Into dildohood.
That's at the end of that book, Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Hermann Hesse gets it messy. You know what they say down at the bathtub.
So I guess you would almost kind of achieve a sort of immortality because you can only really die by having your body destroyed.
Correct.
So like you know.
I feel like a dildo really dies when it becomes unused, though.
Okay.
Right?
So because you'd be in constant use then.
Yeah, I mean, not constant use. You just have to be, you know, someone has to be thinking about you as a dildo in order for you to still have sentience in life. It's like, you know, it's like the...
so it's almost like a very painless death if you end up being tossed out.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's not like Toy Story, I don't think. I don't think the dildos have that kind of like deep inner life where they, you know, always
They
exist.
suddenly get up and then like have an adventure.
Right. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think that was like a Mad TV skit, Sex Toy Story.
Yeah, it was definitely like a comic or something. I remember seeing a comic with like a dildo, and it's like, we're one of Andy's mom's toys or something like that. And I was like, boomer humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I think we can all like hope for like achieve to dildohood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be fun, like a goy story, and it's about like this non-Jewish kid who gets a bunch of like sentient dreidels. Yeah.
Oh, so there's like dreidels and like...
And they teach him about like being Jewish, and he converts on his evangelical parents, and they disown him.
Then yeah.
But then come together because they're still both Zionists. It's like 8 Crazy Nights, but better.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. I saw that in theaters.
The goy story, yeah.
A goy story.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a great place for us to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything else?
No, go watch this episode. It's nice. It doesn't really like further the plot of the season at all.
Not at all, but it's a nice message about like friendship and togetherness and teamwork.
And fun little sci-fi stories.
Yeah, it feels very TOS, kind of like a TOS throwaway episode, but and it is kind of a throwaway episode ultimately, but I feel like every Star Trek needs the throwaway episodes in order to elevate the rest of the material.
Yeah. Also reminded me of the one Riker episode where he has like the little alien child.
Oh yeah.
That gives him that makes him injects him.
He's got to have so many little alien children all throughout the galaxy. You know, he never uses a condom.
Oh yeah,
No. He's Raw Dog Riker, baby.
Raw Dog Riker.
God, I should have made a shirt of that while I still could.
Hey, that's gonna be a monthly shirt.
Yeah, it costs too much money to just start making brand new shirts.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. Unless I could sell them. So. Yeah.
Have the Raw Dog Riker ones for a while.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe I'll put something up for a little bit on the website or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sell them on the Instagrams.
Yeah. Well, it's a good place for us to leave it.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us, Voyagers. Be well, travel safe, and we'd recommend Caves. Go watch.
Go watch Caves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. By the way.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Not. It wasn't great, but it was good.
Yeah,
it was good. Yeah.
Excellent.
Some fun jokes. It had one of the funniest moments of this season, I think, with the leg thing.
Yeah, the leg thing was pretty gross.
Yeah.
I think that also made me howl with laughter as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you did go. You guffawed. You're like, ah!
Yeah, I like body horror. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for checking with the soy boys, girls, and Woodley Beans. Hang dong and shocker.
The meat is flesh is its own reward. 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 The meat is flesh is its own reward.
Is flesh. is its own reward.